What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This here is Legitical Response. I cover congressional news a lot, and that's what we're doing today, folks. The House has passed a bill. Check this out. House passes spending bill to address part of VA's $15 billion funding shortfall. $15 billion. Hang on. That sounds quite familiar to me, but we'll get into that. That's right. The House passed funding legislation that would shore up part of a $15 billion budget shortfall at the VA, but so far has no plans to provide the agency with the remaining billions it needs. Hang on for a second. We just spent $95 billion to fund war, and we can't spare $15 billion for our veterans. What the hell are you guys doing in Congress? We secured $60 billion of your hard-earned tax dollars to send to the military-industrial complex. Right. Like $40 billion of that went to our own military-industrial complex. $20 billion of it went to Ukraine directly. Yes, directly. $20 billion. That's insane to me. Hang on. We're not taking care of our veterans. These people have made one of the greatest sacrifices in service to our country. People that need assistance are combat veterans. People that went to war and got injured. Right? Like they went to war to fight for our freedoms. That's what they told you. Most of these modern day combat vets, yeah, they're not really fighting for freedom. Some of them did. But they're fighting because a politician said to do so. That pisses me off. These people went and fought. We're told they were fighting for our freedoms by invading Iraq. No, I'm sorry. That has nothing to do with our freedoms. Nothing to do with our freedoms. They lied to everybody to get us into that war, and it's insane. And then people got killed. People got maimed for life, injured, all that good stuff. And we can't spare $15 billion to help these people out. Once again, I've said it before in the past. I don't think any combat vet, injured or not, should ever have to want for anything for the rest of their life. We make plenty of money to take care of these people. Plenty of money. They should not have to want for anything. And it's a damn shame that we're going to send money to a corrupt nation to give to them instead of giving to our own combat veterans. That blows my freaking mind. Like Congress should be ashamed of themselves. Seriously. The Veterans Benefits Community and Accountability Supplemental Appropriations Act, introduced by Rep. Mike Garcia, California Republican, would inject the agency with $3 billion in cash to make up for part of the gap. Oh my goodness. Mr. Garcia's legislation comes after VA officials warned Congress in July that they expected the agency would outspend this fiscal year's budget by $2.88 billion and go over President Biden's fiscal 2025 budget requested by a further $11.97 billion. That's insane. These people, they're fighting for our country. Technically, I'll say they're fighting for our freedom. But you know, they're fighting for what? Most of the time. Like Afghanistan, what was that about? The Iraq War, what was that about? These people getting injured in Syria, what is this all about? I would love to know. Why are we involved in this? Makes no sense to me. Why we send troops over there to get injured and killed and then tell them that they're fighting for our freedom. We haven't been invaded in a very, very long time. Our freedoms haven't been threatened in a very, very long time. But the corporate press and the politicians have brainwashed you into thinking that anytime we go invade another nation, that, oh, we're fighting for our freedoms. No, we're not. We're not. I'm sorry. Yeah, we have terrorist threats. Go kill Osama bin Laden. Sure, I'm right there with you. Fine with that. But invading Afghanistan? Huh? Overthrowing governments all over the place? Invading Syria? We never declared war on Syria. Nope, we sure didn't. Invading Iraq based upon a lie is insane. Just outright insane. And then these people get injured and come back home, and we can't even freaking take care of them. We can't even agree to fund the agency that is supposed to take care of these people. What is wrong with Congress, folks? Democrats and Republicans alike can't do their damned job. It's insane, y'all. The VA warned that if the bill did not pass by September 20th, up to 7 million veterans and their beneficiaries may be without their benefits and pensions by October 1st. We can't afford to leave out our vets high and dry without the medical care and the GI benefits that they've earned. But we can't also afford to just give the VA a blank check without figuring out the root cause of this issue to be solved, Mr. Garcia said. I can tell you the root freaking cause, Mr. Garcia. You guys all agreed to send $95 billion to fund proxy wars all over the damn place. Funding Israel, funding Ukraine. That's insane. You could have paid for this bill 8 times over with the money we've sent to Ukraine. 8 freaking times over with the total sum amount of what we've sent to Ukraine. 8 times. Yeah, there's your problem, Mr. Garcia. There is your problem. It has nothing to do with you guys. It has nothing to do with this bill. It's you that's the problem. Congress is the problem. These people are insane. Oh, they're going to blame Democrats, and Democrats are going to blame Republicans. Oh, well, we can't agree. You did agree. You agreed to send almost $200 billion total to Ukraine. We've sent I don't know how many billions of dollars to Israel. Sending billions of dollars to Taiwan, the Indo-Pacific, and all that. It's garbage. It's all garbage. And you can't even fund your own combat veterans. I'm sorry to keep railing on this, but this pisses me off like nothing else. I'm sorry. This is insane to me. These people are going to point the finger every freaking where else, knowing that, hey, they just sent this much money to a corrupt nation, this much money to Israel, of all places, which, you know, a lot of people are like, yeah, Israel deserves the right to defend themselves. Of course they do. But who said we have to fund it? I understand selling them weapons, selling them, you know, their Iron Dome systems and all that garbage. Hey, look, I get it. Sell it to them. But why do we need to give them $17 billion? I don't get that. I don't get that at all. Not when we have issues like this, where they can't even help their own freaking people. Then you've got the Biden administration calling Trump a threat. What? Just go through my video archive, and you will see who's the actual threat. It's not Trump. It's not Trump at all. Trump is a threat to their power, to them being able to just do whatever the hell they want to with their corrupted selves. Yeah, Trump wants to come in and destroy that. I don't think crap like this would happen under Trump. I didn't pay attention that close to Congress when Trump was in office. Sorry, didn't pay attention to politics at all back then. Didn't know, didn't care. But now that I do, holy crap, folks, this is insane. And I can guarantee you, because I got a couple of people out there in the comments that really dislike Donald Trump, that I can guarantee you that if crap like this happens under Trump, I'm going to be railing about it. I can promise you that. But this is mostly on Congress. This wouldn't be on Trump. But if Trump goes off and sends billions of dollars to Ukraine without funding the VA, yeah, he's going to be part of the problem there. It's not just Congress. It's the whole of the government right now. At least right now. Joe Biden is insane. These people can't help their own people out. The bill, which passed under a procedure that does not require a full vote on the House, would provide $2.3 billion for VA compensation and pensions and $597 million for readjustment benefits, which are used to help transition service members out of the military. While Mr. Garcia's legislation doesn't address the agency's expected financial shortfall next year, it would require that the Biden administration and Veterans Affairs Secretary Dennis McDonough produce a report within 60 days of the bill's passage that details how much money is left in pensions and benefits accounts up to 2026. It would also require reports on the accuracy of financial projections and the movement of money under the VA in fiscal 2025, plus a green light for the VA Inspector General to investigate how the shortfall during this fiscal year happened. House Speaker Mike Johnson, Louisiana Republican, and the GOP have largely blamed the budget shortcoming on the agency. I wonder. Yes, that pisses me off again. Screw you, Mike Johnson. You guys. I'm not going to rail on this again. Y'all know how I feel about that. That really pissed me off just now. I'm sorry. Hang on just a second. Alright, I'm back, y'all. I had to go yell at a tree in my backyard because that aggravates me till no end. This egregious miscalculation by the administration and Department of Veterans Affairs has not only raised serious questions but exposed a grave failure, Mr. Johnson said in a statement. Preventing any potential lapse in our veterans' benefits remains top priority for Congress. No, it doesn't. No, it does not. Once again, you guys are sending money to all these proxy wars, to Ukraine, to Israel, to the Indo-Pacific, when you could be doing this, when you could be securing the financial future of our combat veterans, people that fought for this country, regardless of the actual reason. They love this country enough to spend a significant time out of their life to serve our country, to serve the interests of politicians when they just make stuff up to go to war. And then you're going to blame it on the agency when you guys could have funded this bill 8 times over, for crying out loud. The VA's financial woes are tied to a massive uptick in veterans seeking benefits after the passage of the Honoring Our Pact Act in 2022, which grants benefits to veterans exposed to toxic substances and burn pits. Democrats largely supported the measure, but contended that Republicans needed to go all the way and fund the remaining $12 billion shortfall expected in the next fiscal year. I'm sorry, Democrats. No. You are at fault here too. Because you guys are all for this Ukraine garbage. You guys railed and screamed and gnashed your teeth. We got to fund Ukraine. We need to protect their territorial integrity. While not giving a damn about our veterans. No, screw that. Every single one of you people. Anybody that voted for any of that funding garbage. I'm not going to say all Congress because some of them didn't vote for that crap. The Freedom Caucus didn't. Yeah, they just so happen to be some of the only good congressmen in Congress. I can bet you Thomas Massie didn't vote for that. He doesn't vote for anything where we have to spend money. Yeah, he's notorious for that. And my hat's off to him for that. Thomas Massie is not included in my railings today. Yeah. But these people, they want to blame Republicans or blame Democrats. You guys are the problem. Congress is the problem. Once again, this all falls on Congress. Because you get this budget, $1.7 trillion in the red. And what do? You bitch and moan and complain and whine about it, about the other side doing this and doing that. And then you go ahead and vote yes. That's nuts. Every single one of you people that vote for garbage like that should be locked up in a mental facility, hyperbolically speaking. I'm not serious about that, but you need to be checked. Seriously, because You're pointing the finger over here and you're pointing the finger over there. You should be pointing the finger at yourself. It's just crazy to me. Rep. Debbie Wasserman Schultz, Florida Democrat, said the demand for benefits for toxic exposure in burn pits existed long before the Honoring Our Pact Act was passed in 2022, and that the shortfall was the result of the law working. The smoke and mirrors that is being stirred up by our friends on the other side of the aisle is just that. There's massive demand for health care benefits and additional PACT Act benefits that, thankfully, Democrats provided, she said. No, you didn't. House Republicans are in charge right now, by the way. No, I'm sorry. You guys voted for all that spending garbage as well. So you can't just go point the finger at Republicans. I'm sorry. Reality doesn't work that way. Reality most definitely does not work that way. But these people, once again, they're just crazy. They want to lie to you. They want to manipulate the corporate press and tell them this and give them a sob story. Oh, it's the other side doing their thing. They're so hateful with denying the reality that, yeah, they sending all this money all over the damn place, and it's their own fault for not getting this passed, for not doing this for our combat veterans. It's insane to me that they just try to pass the buck off when the buck stops with Congress. I always say this. Congress is the most powerful institution in this country, and they do not wield that power. Once again, they get a budget that's $1.7 trillion in the red. And what do? Oh, we're worried about a government shutdown. Oh, we don't want that because we won't get voted back in. That's right. So they worry about that. So they go ahead and sign it because they don't want a government shutdown. They don't want all those federal employees pissed off at them. They don't want to go and explain to their constituency that, yes, they had to shut down the government because the insane administration had a budget that was $1.7 trillion in the deficit. I can guarantee you, if all of these congressmen explained why they shut the government down because of budget issues, because the President of the United States is in control of the federal government, and his budget came in, and it was $1.7 trillion in the red. If you explain that to them and said, look, no, we shut the government down because their budget is insane. It's $1.7 trillion in the deficit. We had to shut the government down because they need to reevaluate their budget. If you tell them that we're spending money we don't have, if you tell them we can't spend money we don't have, they'd be totally fine with that. I can promise you, if you guys, just that simple sentence, no, we had to shut the government down because the budget was in a deficit, they would instantly get it, and they would probably vote for you for the rest of their life. For the rest of the time you'd be in Congress. And be like, good job, that's a smart idea. We can't have a budget that is in the red, for crying out loud. You'd be the greatest congressman ever if you would just get out there and tell these people that. But no, you don't. Oh, we're scared. We think if we tell them the truth, they're going to be mad at us. I can promise you, Americans won't be mad at you if you tell them the freaking truth. But instead, you manipulate, you lie to the corporate press, and then the corporate press manipulates and lies to everybody else. And you put the blame off on the other side. Oh, it's the other side doing it. Don't vote for them. That's what they're telling you. When it's their own fault. It's both sides' fault. These people are insane, folks. And we got to wake up and realize what they're doing to our country. And we got to vote new congressmen in. That's why it's so important to vote in your primary process. Get some fresh blood in there. We've got to do that, y'all. We have got to do that. And I can't stress that point enough. Trump is a start. Trump is definitely a start. He sees what's going on. I can guarantee you, when his budget comes in, it's not going to be $1.7 trillion in the red. he's going to make sure and send it back. No, we can't do that. This country is hurting financially right now. Can't do it. Cannot do that. But I think I've rambled on for long enough. I want y'all to let me know what y'all think about all this down in the comment section. That's all I got for this one. I want to thank everybody for watching. And y'all try to have a good day. Stay legitical. Peace.